Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, gonna sort the tank out. So what we've got, I did briefly explain in one of the other videos, I think. So what we got is the neck of the tank, which somebody has already sort of cut down in a roundabout way. So this neck would have probably come out to about here and sort of had a little roll on the end of it. They look fine on a standard bike. It's an Enfield thing, that's how they all were. But on a custom bike, they do actually look a bit unsightly. So basically that neck is part of the tunnel. As you can see, it continues all the way down as the tunnel. So what we've got to try and do is dress all this back. As you can see there, it doesn't look the best, but like I say, that's how they all are. So what will happen as we dress this back, it will start parting from the main body of the tank. So we've got to try and do that in sections so we don't cause too much of a problem welding all that back up in one go, because we want that smooth. And another thing, you'll probably remember me going on about this before, these filler caps never sit in the middle. They're always off to one side. And also a bit of a tricky thing to try and lose the appearance of. Again, it's on all these tanks. This side of the tank stands more proud than this side. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it does. And it sort of can make this neck look a bit wonky. So what I think we're going to do, I've still got the frame here because I'm just waiting for the appropriate time to go up the powder coats of everything. Luckily I have got the frame here because I'm going to use that to set it all back up with completely new mounts on this tank. I'm going to go a different way about this one and basically chop the lot off, reset the tank and make complete new mounts for it. I think that's the best way because this one, it is quite messy. Anyway, we'll get on with chopping this down and see how we go. See, all this is buckled up where wrong size bolts have been used over time. It's all burred up. So yeah, I think we best take it all off and start again. What I'm trying to do with this one is share every job on this bike, whether it be big or small, and do a video, so it sort of gives you an idea of the amount of work that goes into these things. They are a very simple bike, but it's still a monumental amount of work that goes into each individual part to get it to how I want it, out of the standard I want it at. So yeah, I'm going to continue trying to share every single little job just to give you an idea. Anyway, let's get on with this one. Okay, before we start removing that mess, because obviously we'll be taking the paint off so far, I'm going to mark, scribing into the paint, the centre of this hole. I'll say we've got the frame here just to double check it anyway by mounting it to the frame. But I'll know roughly where our new bracket is got to go back on. So yeah, we'll get all this off. So we've got a blank canvas, get it all nice and smooth, then make some much better mounting brackets. Okay, what we'll do first then, we'll cut off as close to the weld as possible. We've got these, let's lift that up a minute. We've got these sharp spurs here that have been left from remnants of the neck that was on it. So we'll dress all them back. Yeah, get close to the weld as possible. And then we'll dress bits back and weld it, dress bits back and weld it, so we're not doing it all in one go. better already. Yeah, much better. So you can see how them holes, they've just been stretched out over time, all out of shape. They've been all squares in, if you see that, all dented in. So yeah, in the bin for that. Right, next then, I think we'll start at the bottom. As you can see, we've left the weld, so we'll start down here by dressing that right back. Like I say, it will start to part from the main body of the tank, and we don't want to do that all in one go. So I think about an inch at a time, bump 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 bump, and work our way around there. That way we'll keep it in some sort of control. First inch. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. You'll just see the panels parting. Just about see it. You probably won't, not sure. Right, first bit of weld on that then. Just a quick one then. I'm sure many of you are all of a sudden like, no, you can't weld a tank. This tank has been sat for a very, very long time, bone dry, it doesn't even smell of fuel. So we are good. We are good to go. We're not going to blow the shed up anytime soon. Well, if I do, it'll be all caught on camera. I think we're getting into the swing of it now. Just got to be a bit patient and careful. And obviously when we have done this, we will test it for leaks. Because the last thing we want is a leaky fuel tank when it's all had a nice paint job. Here's the boss. Hello, Blue. Hello, mate. Hello. He was a bit under the weather the other day, weren't you? Hey? He's all right now, though. I think he got the winter blues. Literally. Blue's got the winter blues, like us all. That time of year. Right. Struggling to get the grinder in that bit now, so we'll get the belt on it. Right, moving on a little bit. we are slowly working our way around. It all looks a bit rough and ready at the moment, but I've actually gone over this a couple of times with a few like streams of weld, so it's sealing up nicely. We've now got to the top. Now I don't know if you can see like the reflection of the light there. From obviously when this was done in the factory, this area does buckle up quite a bit. Now there's not a great deal you can do about it, bar follow it to a certain degree, doing your best to like get some of it out as you go round. But at the end of the day, this will have a coat of probably high build primer on it, giving it enough material to dress back. I don't want it absolutely rammed out with filler, but if we can get it as good as possible, there's less chance of too much filler going in here. I mean, it probably will have a few skims over it to get the shape nice, to give material to dress back and get it all obviously nice and smooth. So we'll continue around here doing our best to keep it as good as possible. What do you think, Blue? Hey? No? Alright, mate. Right, let's get on with the top bit. Okay, I think we'll go for half of this. Also, what we've got to be careful of when we're grinding this is we don't take too much material off the body, because that is already paper thin, which will make obviously the welding quite difficult. So we do have to follow the buckling, if you know what I mean, from when it was welded up in the factory. That's not too bad. You see we've got the edges a bit jagged there where the weld's bleeding over, but we'll sort that out in a moment. Get a bit of a radius on it as well. We don't want a sharp edge for the paint. Let's get in there. Right, let's attack the other half. I think that's made it a little bit better. Let's get some weld on it and see what it looks like. Slight interruption. Ted was shouting me over next door. He's made some homemade biscuits. Nice. Ooh, look at them. proper biscuits. I shall enjoy them with my cup of tea. I've actually gone over that twice again, this side. Just get rid of the ragged edges now. That's that drift back, but now we can really see the misshape in this. As you can see that there. So we've got to do something about that. As you can see, a little bit closer, see the gap here. Let me just get a marker pen. Right. Yes, we could probably leave it and no one would spot it, but no, we can't do that. We can't. So we've got to put some material on here because we can't grind this back. We can't grind this side because obviously we're going to end up going through the tank. So we have got to put a bit of material on from there to there, so we can build that up and then make that radius absolutely spot on. Obviously we're going to end up with a tiny little lip on the inside, but obviously that is not going to be seen. The frame's coming straight out of here. Also, obviously with the frame coming out of there, which is obviously a perfect radius, it really will highlight that. It will look far worse. So yeah, we're going to try and tack all the way around that edge, building it up, and then we'll dress that back. Right, that little mess should give us enough material to sort it out. Right, as you can see now, we've got that terrible looking edge, but that's a nice chunk of material in there. We've got it quite thick, so that should allow us to get this radius nice. I'll take a bit of it back with the belt facer, and then we'll do the rest of it with a little drum sander. Glance over that with the DA. Just give us a bit of a better idea that it's shaping up nice. Like I say, we will have a bit of a lip of weld this side. I'll even dress that up on the inside so it's nice. And obviously that'll taper off as it gets round here, but at least we've got the shape there. Oh, I think we're getting there now. A couple little dips, one there and one there. Well, we'll sort that out in a moment. First, we will sort the lip out that we've had to do to get this radius nice. So obviously underneath now, I don't know if you can see that, we've got a bit of a weld lip that side. So I'm going to dress that up, which will make all that better. The thing is, if that was done with filler, the problem you'd have, 100% it will break off. So if there's any maintenance or anything or any repairs that will need doing to this bike in the future and the tank's coming on and off, and you catch that, if that was built up with filler, it will eventually break off. At least with it being weld, it can't go anywhere. So we'll just dress that bit up under there and get it a nicer finish. Better. Okay, we are getting there on that top bit. We've now got a nice radius. We have tidied that bit up inside there so you can barely see a lip. But most importantly, let me get a bit of tube. This is sort of the size of the frame. See the way that'll come through there. It'll all sit nice and look a nice tidy job. Right, we'll continue down here now and then we'll do a final glance over everything and get all that dressed in. moving on. That's another little bit sorted. Just got to do the brackets now, the mounting brackets to the frame. I've just rested it all on the frame. It's Sunday night, it's quite late, and I'm shattered. It's been a long day again. That has took quite a long time to sort that out and get it all nice and neat. But it's worth it in the end. For obviously when it's painted, it'll all look nice and smooth. So yeah, I've rested it on the frame just to see what it all looks like. It probably ain't sitting quite central. Like I say, it's just resting there. But now that radius is much better following the frame tube. I'll figure out some nice brackets here and weld them on tomorrow. We'll get that sorted tomorrow. I'll do a little video on that. Like I say, I'm trying to share absolutely every single little job on this Enfield, just so you can see how much work goes into them. Although it's a really simple bike, there's a hell of a lot of work that goes into these things. Hell of a lot, and it does take quite a bit of time. So I'll get them brackets done tomorrow. Just spotted, well, not just spotted it, this hole here. There is a couple of little tiny jobs to do on the frame, not much. I've got to weld these holes up here, they're no longer in use. And that one there, I'm trying to figure out what that one is. I think someone may have raised the tank up on this bike at some point, because that's the original mounting point for the tank, that big one there. I'm wondering if someone's like kicked the tank up a little bit, but obviously we're not going to do that, it'll look ridiculous. So yeah, we'll be going on the original mounting points and doing a nice little bracket off here. So we'll figure that out tomorrow. I think that's about it really. It's getting there bit by bit. Like I say, all these jobs take quite a bit of time, but it'll be worth it, and hopefully we'll have a nice bike that someone's going to be proud of. That's the plan anyway. Like I say, it's late Sunday night, I'm quite shattered. I've got the computer ready to do the edit that you've just watched, so I'm going to sit down with my cup of tea and get all that sorted. Diesel heater's on because it's starting to get cold. Winter's on its way fast. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I do not like winter. I really don't. Especially in here, it gets quite cold. But I have been trying to do things to, well, so that diesel heater's a bit more efficient. So I've got a door up here, look. Me and my mate Ray sort of, what could we say? Bodged that up out of pallet wood? It shuts the gap off. So yeah, there's a lady just up the few doors away. For some reason, her garden's full of pallets. No idea why, and she's moving out. So she said I could help ourselves to a bit of wood up there. So that's what we've done to shut that gap off, and obviously hanging a few things on there to hide our shoddy woodwork. And yeah, it's better than what was there. Some old curtain or something I had hanging up there. It was a right mess. So it's a bit better than what it were. Anyway, again, thank you all so much for buying special stickers. I think I've had a couple of people ask, are they still there for sale? Yes, they're still there. Link to my eBay's at the bottom of all the videos if you want to go and have a look. Also, a massive thank you again to all the patrons. I appreciate you guys immensely, and anyone else who's out to support the channel, again, right from just watching to that buy me a coffee thing that I've got down there, people who press the thank you button and donate. I appreciate you all immensely. As I said before, this would be close to impossible without the kindness of you guys, so a massive thank you to you all. I really appreciate it. Oh, look who's just showed up. You alright there, Blue? Hey? You alright, mate? Is it that time of day where you keep coming up here to see if I'm finishing work yet? Well, we've got edits to do, so these people can watch you, because they don't come on to watch me, they just watch these videos to see you turn up, don't they? That's the truth, that is. Alright, pal. Oh, he's a good lad, isn't he? Eh? Yes, he is. Good boy. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day and get this done. Cheers for watching, guys, and take care.